Welcome back. All right, taking a full look at weather now. Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca. Dan, I feel like I haven't lived here very long, but I don't remember rain in September much. I remember it being summer-like weather.
Yeah, no, that's typically what you would expect during September is nice, warm weather, but things are going to be changing this week. In fact, I wouldn't be shocked if a few days from now we're telling you about some daily rainfall records, because we just don't get a lot of rain during the month. We do usually get a little bit. That's not uncommon. We usually get a little bit of drizzle. Sometimes we have a first early season weather system. You know, it slides by, gives us like 1/100 of an inch in Monterey and Salinas, maybe 1/10 of an inch in Santa Cruz, and usually it's near the end of the month. That's what's typical for us, but this one is a little stronger, and it's going to put a couple of inches down in our coastal mountains, and cities around the bay may have enough rain to put some puddles on the ground. That's all I'm saying. So let's get into it for you. A live look from Domenico's on the wharf tonight, showing tranquil conditions. We had a lot of sunshine today with just some partly cloudy skies, but the high clouds began to thicken up later in the evening. Take a look at some high temperatures from today. It was pretty seasonable on the coast, but a little cool in some instances. 81 in Fort Hunter Liggett was our warm spot. We're in the 70s in Santa Cruz, Watsonville, Salinas at 70. Monterey and Moss Landing stayed in the 60s. And out there tonight, we do have patchy clouds out there. It's keeping us in the upper 50s to low 60s. So overnight tonight will be a little bit warmer than last night, I suspect, as those clouds act as a bit of a blanket for us. But at the moment, winds are pretty calm. We're starting to see that transition from that more northwesterly wind we've seen over the last couple of days to a more southwesterly wind. Wind's still pretty light right now, but they're going through that transitional period, and then they're going to slowly ramp up as we head through the overnight into tomorrow. In fact, the National Weather Service has already issued a wind advisory from 6 a.m. tomorrow until 4 a.m. on Monday morning. It includes all of Santa Cruz Mountains, or Santa Cruz County, I should say, and the mountains into Santa Clara County, and then all of coastal Monterey County. South winds of 20 to 30 miles per hour, could see some gusts to 40 miles per hour, and then that could cause some issues out there. The areas I think will have the most wind will be some of the exposed areas right along the Monterey coastline here, right along the Big Sur coast, Carmel Highlands area, Pebble Beach, places like that. With the southerly events, you get the strongest winds. And also some of the exposed ridges in western Santa Cruz County will see some gusty winds with this as well, along with like the Summit area and over toward the Ormsby Cutoff. Those areas going to see some gusty winds. We could see some isolated trees down, certainly some branches down. And of course, that leads to property damage that can lead to road closures and power outages. So lots to watch out for with this system. Now, one thing we were talking about last week was the potential for thunderstorms. I'm actually not expecting all that much potential for that. There's some lightning up to the north, but I'm not seeing a lot of instability over our area over the next couple of days. It wouldn't be impossible to see an isolated lightning strike or two, but I'm not expecting thunderstorms as a main threat. What I am expecting are some of these hazards. So let's talk about them. The one is going to be for you drivers out there from tomorrow through Monday. Roads are going to be slick. We've got, you know, a whole summer's worth of grime and oil and rubber on those roads, and with some moisture on top of that, that's going to make things slippery. On top of that, the wind and rain could knock some debris on the road. We're talking tree branches here or there. We're talking rocks along the coast. In fact, Highway 1 down the Big Sur coast, not recommended travel tomorrow night into Monday as we get some rain. It could be some heavier rains along that area. Property damage possible from wind, nothing extraordinary, but you know, if a branch comes down, that could damage your roof. And of course, we could see some minor flooding in poor drained areas. We're not talking extreme rain or anything like that, but minor flooding will be possible. We've got a lot of debris, that could clog drains and things like that. We also have the potential for some power outages. So some things to look forward to, I guess, not really look forward to, but be aware of over the next couple of days. So let's talk about timing. Overnight tonight, we'll see the clouds increase. Might see a little moisture reach the inland or the coastal mountains to start off with. I think most cities around the bay probably won't see much until around lunchtime tomorrow. And that may not even be the wind, okay? So some of the wind will skip some of our valley locations around the bay. Now, as we head into the latter portion of the morning tomorrow, we'll start to see that rain spreading across the bay through lunchtime. The whole band itself is going to move from west to east, individual cells south to north through that band. And really, it's just going to kind of stall over us late tomorrow into Monday morning. Notice we're continuing to see this rain moving from south to north, and areas that will get it the most will be the mountains that face that rain, like the Big Sur coastal mountains. Santa Cruz Mountains to some extent as well, but I think the highest target will be along the south. So as we head into Monday, showers will slowly taper off. Will probably linger around during the afternoon as this frontal boundary basically kind of stalls over the area. I won't expect a lot of widespread rain on Monday, but additional showers will be possible, adding on to the totals that we see. Here's a look at futurecast precipitation for the next 48 hours or so, and you can see some of the higher totals along the Big Sur coast. We're probably talking a couple inches of rain there, maybe in the Santa Cruz Mountains as well, and I think most cities around the bay. If we get a rain-shadowed area, could get like a quarter of an inch, but up to maybe an inch on the north side of the bay is what I'm expecting with this system over that 2-day period. All right, let's quickly look through your temperatures tomorrow, and one thing you'll notice is that areas with southern exposure to the water will be cooler, so most of Santa Cruz County is going to stay in the 60s tomorrow, but as we head south and east, we're going to see a lot of 70s. So this isn't necessarily a cold system. In fact, we're going to stay kind of on the warm side of it because it's going to stall over us, so highs in the 70s in Salinas tomorrow, Monterey in the 70s. It'll be warmer than it was today in many locations, even with the clouds and the rain passing by, so kind of an interesting setup for us here. Even down south, lots of 70s, except if you're on the coast and exposed to the south, it's going to be cooler, mostly 60s. Over the next 7 days, not a lot of budging in the temperatures on the coast for the next couple because the system just kind of stalls offshore, so it'll throw a few more rounds of showers at us Monday and Tuesday, then it will slowly dissipate, and then we'll see high pressure build in, and that'll warm us up a little bit with highs back in the 70s on the coast into the weekend. Inland areas, again, a couple of days of precipitation. You won't see as much as our coastal friends, and if you live in valleys with mountains to your south or southwest, you may not see much rain at all because of that rain shadow effect, but there still will be, I think everyone will get some rain with this system, okay? And then beyond that, high pressure building in, and guess what? Fall finally beginning after we go from hot summer to a winter-like storm, and then a fall, starts on Thursday.
Extreme changes.
Fun times.
Good reminder, though, to be careful on the roads tomorrow. Thank you, Dan.